CPB jobs. What kind of job setting would a certified billing professional biller be beneficial? I work for a financial services rep in physician billing and coding, but the CPB credential is not required. I'm currently preparing for the CPC exam because the CPC credential is required for coders there. Yep. I have really thought about taking the billing credential too. Any advice would be appropriate. Just so you know, that billing credential, the CPB, has been out for how many years now? 4, 5 years, maybe? Is it that long? I think.
Maybe.
And sometimes the billing, or sometimes a new credential takes a little while to pick up traction. So that could be something that you need to make sure that when you go in and you sit for that credential, and after you've acquired it, that you educate people on what that credential entails. You can go to the AAPC website and get a thing or ask them about information to be able to provide a prospective employer or your employer to let them know the benefit of having that credential and the value that it gives you as an employee. That's one thing I would do. And then absolutely, these are like sister credentials.
Yeah.
You know, a CPC ends up doing a lot of billing work anyway, and but I would say that a CPB doesn't necessarily do a lot of coding work if that's what you went in to get. If you're a biller, you
so,
still have
the majority of
take that
denials. Yeah.
Yeah.
With
No
billers,
coding.
the billers, the denials you're dealing with, if they're not front desk mess ups where they're not verifying insurance, it's usually because there's missing modifiers, the diagnosis code is missing a digit, the CPT code is deleted. There's just so many rules and regulations with workers' comp and motor vehicle that they do go hand in hand. And the CPB course, that we use the AAPC, textbook and all, but it gives you so much information about things. It's just amazing how much information.
And if you, there's a lot of people that want both credentials, and they will call in to CCO and they'll ask, what should I do, and should I get, which one would I start with? I tell people, in my opinion, they should start with the CPC first.
Agreed.
Because
Absolutely.
the coding the guidelines, they're intense, and that a lot of the stuff with the CPB, I'm not saying that's an easy credential either, but if you already understand the coding, when you go in to do that aspect of the billing credential, it is so easy because you already understand it. But if you go in and you're learning all the aspects of the billing, and then you have to learn those aspects of the coding, then that's two things that's kind of alien to you. So I just think that doing the coding first and then picking up the billing is good. I think, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, Joanne may give you some insight too, I think it's easier to get a job as a coder that does billing than it is to be a biller that does coding.
I agree. Yes.
There's more coding jobs out there than there is billing jobs, and but you end up wearing all these hats anyway. And so I think by having the CPC and then saying I'm getting or I've gotten the CPB, that should mean that you should have a significant increase in pay, more responsibility, and you have a lot of authority underneath you. Of course, you got to market yourself and stuff the right way, but definitely you are a powerhouse if you've got both those credentials. I'm telling you, you already know those little minute things that Joanne talked about tonight, that, just the modifier 33 for, the preventative medicine. That's the stuff they talk about, the MAIs and stuff like that. That's stuff that billers learn about, and it makes a difference in a lot of money.
Definitely.
Saves you a lot of time.
The CPB exam does cover some of the coding, but you really have to know your stuff. You can it's an open book, but there's only so much you open your book for on the CPB exam, where
That's
CPB,
right.
other than the business of medicine, everything you can look up your answers. So you really have to know your stuff if you do the CPB.
And I think the claim forms, the UB4
Oh, yeah.
and the EMS 1500, they want you to know what the different fields are and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But again, it's it's not an easy exam, but with a proper education, you can do it.
Right.
You can do it. And you're really well-rounded if you have both of those.
Absolutely.
Do you need more medical certification training? Go to www.cco.us